You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey there, B&B fans. I want to talk just real quick about Li Finnegan and Taylor Hayes both wanting Sheila Carter dead. I definitely think this is the vibe that is happening and the direction we are moving. So yeah, let's talk about this for just a couple of minutes. So as far as Finn's adoptive mom, Li Finnegan, aka his real mom, as far as I'm concerned, and his mother-in-law Taylor are concerned, Sheila needs a permanent exit from Finn and Steffy's life. Maybe from life at all. So we've got a few signs, 5 signs, that these ladies want her dead, and who might be the one to tuck Sheila in for a dirt nap. Let's dig into all this, but if you haven't already, please reach down and click subscribe so you don't miss any of our Bold and Beautiful updates. So the first thing that inspired me to think about this is not an article, a video about the Bold promo, because the promos, a lot of times they just show what's happening like on one day, or they're kind of misleading. But this new promo, I definitely feel like is part of this conversation. So B&B put this promo out on Sunday, September 24th, and we have Sheila and Li both having some dire, dangerous things to say to Dr. Finn, Medicine Man. So the promo was called, "Will Sheila Ever Be Gone for Good?" And then Sheila's talking for just a second about how she's got a chance at a relationship with her son. No, you don't, Sheila. Read the room. And then there's a scene of Li telling Finn Sheila is cancer. And then there's Finn insisting she's not welcome in my life. And then Ridge says he's being played by that woman. How does he not see that? I assume he's talking about Finn. He could be talking about Deacon, because there is a spoiler about Ridge coming for Deacon. So I think, he may start figuring some stuff out, but we'll see. I'm going to assume it's for Finn for purposes of this conversation. And then Taylor, who's back this week, saying to Finn, "Get Sheila out of your life. Make her go away. Make her go away for good." So right away, you see why we think that they want Sheila buried in an unmarked and not too shallow grave very soon. So that's reason 1. Reason 2, Li Finnegan already tried once to neglect Sheila to death. Remember, Sheila had a heart attack, I think, when she was being arrested for shooting Steffy and Finn. I think that was when she had it. Remind me if I'm wrong. And Finn was completely stunned when he walked in the room at the ER. Li was at Sheila's bedside, watching the woman flatline, letting her code without defibrillating her or starting CPR. And she even did it in front of a nurse. Li did not give 2 damns about it. I don't even think she was worried about what could happen to her. She wanted her dead. But Finn opted to save his biological mother's life, because of those messy things called ethics. So left up to Li, though, Sheila would be dead already. And then we have Taylor. Taylor Hayes is comfortable killing someone that she thinks deserves it and needs killing. Do you remember what Taylor did to Bill Spencer? That was back towards the end of Hunter Tylo's run before they did the recast and brought in Krista Allen. Taylor was furious about Bill betting Steffy, and Taylor had pretty much decided that Bill took advantage of her daughter. She didn't use the word rape or anything like that, but she basically felt that he took advantage. She was upset about Liam. I'm pretty sure that was when he was having that emotional affair with Sally Spector, if I recall correctly. And then she kind of walked out of the house for the night. She was going to go to Eric's, and Bill was at the guest cottage for some reason. It's spotty now because it's been a few years. At any rate, Taylor decided that Bill did a bad thing to her daughter, that it wasn't truly consensual, and she decided to punish him. So she went over to his house and used his own golden gun and shot him in the back. He was shot in the back, right? Because I think his back was turned. I think it was the back. Again, I know you guys fact check me if it was a different part of his body, but I think it was his back. And then there was that whole kind of sort of whodunit thing, and Liam thought for a minute he might have done it because he had hit his head again, and I will reserve jokes about Liam and brain damage right now. Anyway, Taylor eventually came clean to a couple of people, and then eventually Bill found out, and he kind of held it over their head. But bottom line, she never faced charges, and that seems to be all over with now. And don't forget, Sheila shot Taylor back in the day, and Taylor was actually presumed dead. So she was away from her kids, I think, for, I don't know, a year, 2 years, back when like Prince Omar had saved her. And then, of course, that was just because they had decided to kill her off, and then they brought her back. So Taylor would 100% take out the trash where Sheila is concerned. She has a track record of doing so. So the fourth thing to think about is Finn does not have the stones to take care of things. He just doesn't. Both Taylor and Li point blank are telling him, get rid of Sheila once and for all. But Finn is not Dollar Bill. He's not a guy that has someone shoved out of a helicopter. Finn is a good guy, a decent guy. The only thing he's capable of doing is giving Sheila a very firm talking to. That's like the end of it. I mean, he hugged the woman who shot him and his wife, you know? And some people had said in the comments, oh, well, Sheila didn't shoot him. She was shooting at Steffy, and Finn jumped in front of the bullet. She shot him in the court of law that Sheila should have faced. If you aim a gun, whoever ends up with the bullet in them, you shot them. That's the way the law works. So yes, she shot them both at nearly point blank range, by the way. So even so, the worst thing he's capable of saying is bad, go away. You know, how you would chastise a dog who's misbehaving and, you know, counter surfing, or my dogs used to eat the toilet paper off the roll. So that was always fun. I believe that Finn is capable of telling his mom to go away and never come back. But as for actually doing something to her to make sure that she was gone, nah. He is just not that kind of guy. I think literally if Sheila showed up with a gun and aimed at him or Li or Taylor, I think he might hesitate to attack her. You know, he's just not that guy. For him to jump in front of Steffy and take a bullet, yes, he's that kind of guy. He's self-sacrificing, he's loving, he's caring, but he is in no way diabolical, homicidal, violent, none of that. So the fifth thing to consider is that until Sheila's gone, Finn's marriage will remain on the rocks. And this is important because of the people who want their marriage to stay together. Finn, of course, wants Steffy back, and Taylor and Li want them to stay together. And now both of the ladies know Sheila is never, ever, ever going to go away on her own and leave them in peace. She's just not going to. Plus, as long as Sheila is around, Liam is going to keep on hounding Steffy, interfering with their marriage and trying to steal her while saying, oh, I'm just trying to protect Steffy. Liam is not trying to protect her. Liam says he's trying to protect her. If Liam were really sincerely trying to protect Steffy, why hasn't he gone over to confront Sheila? Why hasn't Liam gone to tell her, you stay away from Steffy? And, you know, why hasn't he manned up and gone over there? All right. Why hasn't he girded his loins and marched over and confronted Sheila and her 9 toes? You know why? Because he's a lover, not a fighter. Steffy has bitch slapped Liam, I believe, on more than one occasion. Her grandma, Stephanie, slapped and terrorized him. He literally was running from that little old lady. Dollar Bill has punched him and choked him out on more than one occasion. He's not exactly a manly macho man, and I don't think he's got the stones to face off with Sheila. I do think that Finn would confront Sheila in as much to say, go away, I don't want to see you. Liam, I think he would soil his tighty-whities if he had to face off with Sheila Carter in all of her crazed glory. And so the bottom line is, with Liam a constant threat, Finn needs Sheila gone so that Liam has no excuse to go sniffing around Steffy, or Liam's never going to stop. But Finn is not going to, you know, I mean, he hasn't even punched Liam, which I thought he should. And when these kisses come out, I hope he gives him one big fat punch for each kiss that he gave to his wife that he shouldn't have. But no one is going to take out the trash if it's down to Finn or Liam. even though both of them do want to protect Steffy. So the big question is someone going to try and whack Sheila? And if so, who? I have a few suggestions for you, but if you haven't already, please reach down, click subscribe so you don't miss any of our bold updates, and definitely click a like if you're enjoying this discussion. And I do want to solicit your comments below. I want to hear what you guys think, but I have a couple of questions for you to answer when we get to that. So I don't think that Taylor would go out and plot by herself to kill Sheila Carter. With Taylor's last crime, it was very emotional and spur of the moment. She didn't even go there with a weapon. She picked up Bill's weapon. At the same time, I think that if she was in a life or death situation with Sheila, I do think she could hurt her. I absolutely could see her brawling with her and killing her. But I don't see her like showing up with a weapon and instigating a homicidal incident. And I do think that Taylor knows she got very lucky not being sent to jail for shooting Bill. So I think she's going to be careful. Finn, bottom line, he's just too good of a guy. He's decent. He couldn't even watch Sheila dying of a heart attack and just let her die of natural causes. That's what a heart attack is. It's natural causes, you know? Liam is a tofu-loving, tree-hugging pacifist who did not inherit Bill Spencer's gene of toxic masculinity and stallionhood. He is never, ever going to do something to end Sheila's life. He's just not. Bill likely won't do it either, even though he definitely has a huge grudge against Sheila, even though it's his fault that she's a free, sort of his fault that she's a free woman now. Yes, Deacon's judge friend let Sheila off, but the whole thing was ridiculous. They had her dead to rights on shooting Steffy and Finn. They should have just left it alone, you know? But that was Bill and Ridge stupidity. So if any of the current characters on the canvas are going to plot to kill Sheila, my money is on Li Finnegan. Maybe Li Finnegan with an assist from Taylor, but I see Li as completely capable of taking Sheila's life. I just do. The woman already tried to kill her precious baby boy. And think about it, you moms out there, somebody tries to kill your kid and you think they might do it again. What are you going to do, right? So at the same time that we're having this kind of academic conversation, I also suspect that Sheila is not going to die. There's much more drama with her around, and it's a convenient way to use her to put Steffy in a different love triangle than she has been for the past couple of decades with Hope. You know, has it been that long? Maybe not more than a decade. At any rate, so what do you guys think? I want your comments. Do you think that Li Finnegan might kill Sheila? Do you think that Taylor might kill Sheila or join Li in the quest to end her life? Or do you think Sheila is going to live to fight and kill and wreak havoc another day? Let me know what you guys think. Thank you so much for listening. I appreciate your comments. Thanks to all our international listeners, our U.S. listeners, those in Canada. Be sure to drop your comments and come back soon for more on Bold and the Beautiful. This has been Belinda from Soap Dirt.
I really might have a chance at a relationship with my son. Sheila is cancer, Finn.
She's not welcome in my life.
He's being played by that woman. How does he not see that?
Get Sheila out of your life. Make her go away. Make her go away for good.